James Holder, Fryfield TV, in association with Matt Consumer Bay. We've now got former WBA heavyweight world champion, undisputed cruiserweight king, Mr. David Haye. How are you, David, mate?
You said that about stuttering. That was really good. It really rolled off the tongue.
It's 5.5 years of doing it. I should have got it right.
Has it been that 5.5 years? It's gone really fast. I remember when I first see you guys on the scene.
Yeah. Just 100 million views with you this day. Just want to say
congratulations. You deserved it. It's for any YouTube channel to reach that is a massive feat, and particularly in boxing. Boxing isn't that popular compared to NFL or any of these big sports. Obviously football, but the fact you guys done that, little small team, dedication, focus, hard work, late nights, lots of editing, lots of downloading, lots of streaming.
Yeah.
You did it, nice. Hopefully, I guarantee the next 100 will come a lot quicker than these one.
Appreciate that, David. Enough about us. Let's talk a little bit about you. The reason we're here today.
Yeah.
Your workout as you prepare to face Arnold Briggs, aka the Cobra. How are you feeling at the moment?
Feeling good. Feeling not bad. I just did a little warm up and punched the pads a little bit with Shane. Had a little bit of fun.
Letting the haymakers go a little bit today.
A little bit. Not full out, but I'll save that for behind closed doors. I gave a little tease. Just imagine anybody's head being in the way of any of those. It could have take it clean off.
Would you visualising maybe Shannon Briggs, his little head popping?
Yeah, he doesn't have a little head. He has a massive head. If you've ever been next to it, it's absolutely gigantic. He wouldn't be hard to miss, that's for sure. That big Swede of his.
I was worried when he sort of pulled your beard and tried to touch your hair. I thought this is not going to end.
I genuinely didn't notice he did that. People keep saying to me, he grabbed your hair, and I was like, I got to watch it back. Did he grab my hair?
He sort of did. I think he was more in jest than sort of trying to pull your hair.
I didn't feel it. So I think I was in a zone a little bit. But I'm glad I didn't notice.
Has he been annoying while he's been here?
Of course. Yeah, he's just screaming and shouting the whole time. I'm trying to relax, chill out. Got a fight to promote, and he's screaming and shouting. It's like, all right, you're on the undercard, and I'll fight you afterwards. Okay.
Fantastic.
You ask long enough, you're going to get what you want. And he wants to get knocked out, he'll get knocked out.
Do you think you've got the power to stop Shannon Briggs early?
Yes, I truly believe that. A lot of people doubted my punch power in years gone by, but ask anybody that I've fought, anyone that I've fought or sparred with, they'll tell you that I punch freakishly hard, and I'm punching harder now. Chisora allegedly had a granite chin. He would never been knocked down. He went 12 rounds with WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO. What happened when I fought him? I said 5 rounds, got him out there in 5 rounds. I'll say the same again for Shannon Briggs. He's getting knocked out in 5 rounds.
So Anthony Joshua win the IBF Heavyweight Championship against Charles Martin on Saturday, 2-round KO. What do you make of that?
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great for British boxing. It was great for Team Joshua. They've got a tight knit team, a good team, great role model, just ticking all the boxes. And it's really nice to see a plan come together. We see many plans. I remember even like David Price when he was coming through. He was on that same road, and when he got to world level, he fell short. But Joshua hasn't. He didn't. He was Olympic gold medalist, and he's knocked everybody out. I saw the parallels between their careers. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it. And when obviously Price got in with Tony Thompson, who was a sort of a fringe world level fighter, sort of a gatekeeper, he fell short a couple of times. Then he got knocked out again against another European level fighter. This I don't envisage happening with Joshua, and I think he proved that the other night. He was fighting a southpaw. The southpaw wasn't 45 years old either. This one was young. He was a current champion, unbeaten, and he rose to the occasion. And that's what I think British boxing needs. It needs young fighters at all weight categories, and it's a great time for British boxing. It's just truly on a high. I think it's one of the best times ever to be a British boxing fan. You've got so much options, so much choice, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
You've been regarded as the poster boy for British boxing for so long. With Anthony Joshua's sort of sudden emergence and takeover, is there a sort of changing of the guard? Do you feel it's sort of?
Yeah, I was out. Just clear, plain as day. I was out while I was injured. I was out after my last fight was Chisora fight. After that, I've been out of the game. And since then he won the Olympics and won the world title. He went all the way through 16 fights. He had 15 fights straight through. So no doubt. The spot was open. Tyson Fury didn't want to take it. With his antics inside and outside of the ring. but Joshua did. You know, he went and took that position, and he's rightfully there. He's rightfully, you know, right now he's the poster boy of, you know, British boxing in general, I think. And I think he just keep doing what he's doing. His team, obviously, very well established team, know exactly what they're doing. Just keep going with it. And by the time, you know, I've had my next 2 fights, he's had 2 defences. I think we've got one of the biggest ever all British clashes in boxing history. I truly believe that. So it's got potential super fights. You know, but obviously we've both got work to do. You know, he's got a couple of defences he's fighting July 9th, I believe. You know, I'm fighting May 21st, and then again against Briggs after that. He's got a couple of defences. I think he might have to fight Joseph Parker or someone. So he's got his work cut out of him as well. So we've got to both focus on our own stuff. And I'd say early next year, you know, we're looking at something mega.
Last but not least, Tyson Fury in the rematch against WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO, all the belts on the line, July 9th in Manchester. What are your thoughts on that? How does it play out?
I don't know. It solely depends. I know what Tyson Fury is going to do because he did it last time. Sort of clowns around and jumps about and doesn't really throw too many punches. But it solely depends on what Vladimir does. If Vladimir does what he did last time, it's not enough. If he throws twice as many punches, he threw about 8 punches around, I think it was last time. If he throws 16 punches around, then he might have a chance. But he needs to do a lot more than he did last time because it was a real. It's probably the worst performance I've ever seen him in. But you know, but hopefully Tyson Fury wins that, and when he wins that, he's then got to fight Louis Ortiz, as he's in a WBA tournament where the winner of Fury Klitschko has to fight Louis Ortiz.
What happens with Lucas Brown now? Obviously,
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's
yeah. So he's comes out. I don't know how all that plays out. But we'll see. Only time will tell.
Last but not least, what are your thoughts on Tyson Fury versus WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO potentially on the same date as Anthony Joshua's first defence? Good for boxing, bad for boxing?
No, I think it's good for boxing. I think it will show how you conduct yourself in boxing pays off. Plain and simple, you know. Anthony Joshua conducts himself like a professional. I don't think Tyson Fury does. You know, he's all these crazy comments about paedophiles and homosexuals being in the same category and all this crazy stuff he says. He's going to pay for that financially come fight night. Well, he already has because Sky have not shown his fight. Sky could pick it up, and that's where the big bucks would be with Sky box office, getting behind his fight like they did last time. But they're not going to do it his next fight, so I'm not sure what BoxNation are going to pay, but it's going to be a fraction of what it would have been from Sky box office. So he's already financially paying for that. Ticket sales, if he fights in the UK, which I doubt, I can't see it happening in the UK. I keep hearing a lot of people say it's in the UK. I'll be very shocked if it is in the UK. But if it is in the UK, you know, if you've got money to pay, who are you going to go and watch? Tyson Fury against who would fight on the undercard of that show? A big mega show. I don't know. I can't think who's going to entertain fights. Or you fight on Joshua fight at Wembley with a bunch of world title fights. The undercard, essentially George Groves.
Who would you rather fight out of the two?
I'd rather fight Joshua because it's a bigger fight all round. Much bigger fight. He's got a much bigger fan base as well, so it's just a bigger fight all around. Makes more money, makes more sense, and it would be a good fight for the fans. You know, you're not going to hear any foolishness in the lead up to it. He's going to get 2 professionals, you know, and it's going to be split. You know, I've got a lot of fans. He's got a lot of fans. He's got a growing fan base. I've got an old fan base. A lot of my fans are probably supporting him now, which is great, which is fine. But that's why it would be good to get in there to figure out who's top dog. So I'd relish the opportunity. We've got to wait till next year. So be it. No, I'm not going anywhere. No, he's not going anywhere. He said he wants to fight for another 10 years. Fantastic. So we're going to have some exciting times ahead.
Last but not least, a prediction how you see your fight going with the Cobra?
Knockout. Maybe 5 or 6 rounds. Might take me a few rounds to soften this boy up, and then he's getting stretched out.
On that note, David Haye, I can't thank you enough.
No problem.
For TV today. It's a great pleasure to spend some time with you, sir.
No problem.
And we'll
Anytime.
catch you again real soon.
All the best.
Cheers, mate.